we live.
From the heart of Delta State, you are tuned in to SRTV Asaba.
We'll beat these children. A very good morning to you all. This is Daddy Chris reaching you from SRTV London. It's a great day. A day to be thinking, and be planning. Let me define television again for those of you who are just joining me for the first time. A television is a place where we talk to each other about ourselves. So brother and sisters, don't go anywhere. Let us talk this morning. We need to talk. And what we're going to talk, if we can approach it sincerely, hopefully we have a way out. And it's one of those things where I get myself every day confused, and I say to myself, when I wake up in the middle of the night, every night, that's anybody that knows me, I sleep very early. By 9 a.m., 10 a.m., I'm already sleeping. And I'm always up at 11, 12. By 1 p.m., I'm up, and 1 a.m., I'm up. And I don't sleep again, because that's when I walk till morning. And in those moments, that's when I really reflect on what is going on around me, in my personal life, in Nigeria, which is a place I work for. And sometimes I'm going to zero in on my community, on the Delta State, which is my state. And sometimes I even go to my own nation, the Yoruba nation. So these are worries. And the question I ask myself is, and I want to start with this. Please, Nigerians, ask yourself this. Do you think if Tinubu know what to do to change Nigerian economy so that your life would be better, don't you think the man will do it? If it's within his capability. I remember the first lady saying, oh, please, musician, help us. We can't do this alone. Government can't do this alone. I don't know what she means. Not that you agree with her. But the truth is, there's element of truth in what she said. Though. They can't. Oh, Prince Abuto, he will say to me, I can't do it. Not because I don't want to, but because I cannot afford it. Let's use the word. I can't do that. Not because I don't want to, but because I cannot afford it. That is the biggest wisdom and sincere human being I've ever spoken to. So ask Tinubu. Tinubu cannot do it. Not because Tinubu don't want to, because Tinubu cannot afford it. Right? Oboriwori cannot help you today. Not because Oboriwori doesn't want to. Look at him. He's a clean human being. On top, look at Oboriwori. Down to toe. He's a clean human being. No, he cannot help us. Not because he don't want to, but because he cannot afford it. Let's use the right word. Because he doesn't even know how to do it. So maybe that will console you because maybe you don't like him. Oh, Tinubu cannot, it's not doing it. Not because Tinubu doesn't want to, but Tinubu don't know how to do it. If that one makes sense, then we are almost there. The truth is, our leaders are handicapped. The unfortunate language I'm going to use today is we are poor. Before, I always say we are rich, we are poor people living in a rich nation, in a potential rich nation. It's correct that we are poor people living in a rich nation. No, the nation is not rich. It's potentially rich. But we've not actually tapped on it. We've not tapped on what we have. So when I say we are living in a rich nation, we are living in a potential rich nation. We are not living in a rich nation. And I'm going to prove all that today. I don't know whether Barrister Omar is there. If Barrister, if you are ready and you can hear me, just say, yeah. And I see you and I'll add you to the show. All right. Anytime you do this, I know you are ready and I'll add you to the show. All right. Let's add Barrister to the show. Let's add because I need the help. I need the help here. Kala TV, how are you?
Good morning, Daddy Chris.
Morning, how are you?
Good morning, everyone. It's good to be back.
Yes. It's good to have Barrister back, you know. Barrister, you know, that amount, I feel sorry. The husband will beat her once in a while because this game out is not good. But that's what it is. That is what it is.
But I know you would.
Yes, that is it. Just accept her, okay? So, barrister, I have a case before you, and it is a serious one. I used the word this morning that yes, color TV. Somebody use my all right.
You have given me a nickname. You have given me a nickname.
Yes, it's only her that can change the color of the screen. So what do you call her? Anyway, so the topic is this, and it's a very serious one. Let me sincerely ask Barrister, do you think that Tinubu really have the money to help us, or knows how to help us and he doesn't want to help us? Is that what you think?
Well, Daddy Chris, I think it is both ways. You know, I know what you're trying to get at. It's one thing to have money and not knowing how to implement it. But I think the money is actually there. The money is there, and then they don't want to use it well. Because you can't say a country like Nigeria does not have the money. If not, where else do they get all the money to buy the private jets and everything and the luxurious things they have? All these politicians, all the money they've reserved in other places, where do they get the money from? If there's no money in this country, I believe there is money, and they refused to implement. They intentionally refused to implement it. It's not that they don't know how to.
All right. So my message is, we have potential money, but we don't have money. Hallelujah. We have we have money, but we don't have it. Meaning it is possible, because we are blessed with human and natural resources to get money. But we are not making money. Some people are potentially rich, but they are poor. God is going to use it for you. What God did he do? God will give you a wife and will give you a healthy body, and he expects you to get her pregnant. God is not going to impregnate your wife. So productivity is not a God-made thing. So you go to church on Sunday, go to mosque, God is not going to help you, because God has given you a healthy body and a wife. He's not going to impregnate your wife for you. You will remain there, and you cry till thy kingdom come. That's not the job of God. That is where we are as a nation. We are a potentially rich nation, but we are actually poor. Let me give you a little bit of statistics to prove this. Now, I'm going to use Nigeria as a very simple case. All right. Let me start from the bottom. Nigeria today, we generate an average of 3.6 or to 3.8 equivalent. This is about monthly. All right. And I can tell you how much that is in dollars now. Equivalent of, I was going to bring the equivalent. For those of you that have a lot of arithmetic, do it. 3.8 trillion naira.
I thought it's 3.7, sir. That decrease.
It's between 3.6 or 3.8. You see the average? Okay, let me put it this way. Let's go to the V figure, the one I have online. Say, Nigerian nominal GDP. That is our GDP. This is per annum now. The one I was giving you is per month. Per annum is 377, which is about 380. Let's put it that. Let's help ourselves. 380 US dollars, billion. That's a rich economy, right?
It is.
Oh, on a good day you will say, that is big money. Is that all right? This is not more than the money Mike Tyson will almost get in a year if he's fighting every day. Let me give you the shocking news. California alone, only California, generate 4.3 trillion. We're talking of billion. They're talking of trillion. Now let's talk. Are you rich or are you poor? You are in a very, very potentially rich nation, but you're poor. Nigeria is such a poor nation. Maybe if we use this word, then we will begin to think well. Maybe this is the only way I can drive Nigerians to begin to think well. Because every time I come here and I say to you, your leader is not qualified to be called corrupt. They are mentally handicapped. I don't know how to use it. They don't know what to do. It's not even wickedness. If they're wicked, I would love it. How can somebody be wicked if he doesn't know what to do? Wait. Do you know, let me tell you, Barrister, some experience I have. Somebody's wife cannot have a baby. They came to me in London. I said, but try IVF now. Try this one now. He said, no, I prefer the natural one. Okay. At the point in time, I tired. So I kept quiet. So what you see is the same people that came to me when I advised the other people, but why don't you do this? Why do this? They got a baby. If your wife is not getting pregnant, don't you need to study how to get your wife pregnant? Don't both of you need to talk about it, Barrister? Do you need to call on God? That's what we do in Nigeria. We're going to go and disturb God every Sunday. God, give us food, give us money. God will give you money now. Money is coming. We are in trouble.
But then, Chris, if I may ask, are you saying that this country does not have enough resources to employ international help, or maybe employ someone who can help? I think it's all about the zeal. At the end of the day,
that's the point.
It's all about the willingness. If they have the heart to actually help. This is why I said earlier.
No, I want to disagree with you a little, Barrister. You're right.
I'm actually disagreeing with what you're saying, that they don't know what to do. That's what I'm disagreeing with. That if they have the heart to do,
don't.
It's not that they are. It's not that they are totally
incapable knows what to do and it's not doing it. What do you call that person?
They don't do it.
Okay, wait. If somebody that knows what to do and the person is not doing it, what do you call the person? You know how to get a wife pregnant. You are still calling you are going to disturb God on Sunday. What do we call that such a person? No, let's be practical. God don't give you wife. There's nothing wrong with her. All you need to do is sleep with her and she will be pregnant. I'm sorry I'm using this today. It's the easiest way I can explain this. Yet you go to disturb God. What do we call such a person? Is that person actually wicked or he's stupid? I know how to make money. I know I can make money. I know I need money. But I'm not making money. Is that person not stupid? No. Because that is the situation in Nigeria. Nigeria have the human resources, the highest population of young people in the world. There is no nation that is blessed naturally. Everywhere you touch in Nigeria, na money. There's nothing you will do that will not give you money in Nigeria. Yet we are broke. Look at our GDP. 300. That's to tell you we are broke. Broke. Now, what is happening is, and now you're going to blame the leaders. Yes, if 3 people or maybe only 100 people use that money, they are very rich because it's a lot of money. But if you divide that money by 400 million people, you are very poor. I don't know whether that makes sense. If you divide this by 400 million, please divide this money by 400 million. You see how much it's.
It's not about dividing the money or sharing it within the people. It is about investing it, creating more jobs for the people. If they use the money that they steal and buy luxurious things and do and save and then steal away, if they put that money into creating more jobs for the people, having more things for the giving
so how do you call such a person?
Barrister, what do you call such a person? Productive as a country. It is not even about sharing the money.
No, that person that knows. Okay, wait. The person could have used the money he's stealing to create more jobs, and more money would have come to the country, and he's not doing it. Is that person actually a thief or he's stupid? There's a word for that person. That person is not qualified to be called a thief.
You said it wasn't wickedness. I see it as wickedness because they actually know what to do.
It's not qualified to be called wicked. No, a wicked person is an intelligent person. A wicked person does things for a reason. A child cries for no reason. That person is a child. He's crying for no reason. Because you don't have reason to cry. You have everything with you. Just, you know what? Look at what happened between Moses. Moses was by the sea. The rod was in his hand. And he was telling God. So God said, point it there. And God did not do it. Oh, he said, you point it. God will not do it for you. You have to do it. Hallelujah. You see, today is today.
Yeah.
I want to differentiate on this show today that we need to move beyond the narrative of our leaders are corrupt. They are not corrupt. They are mentally handicapped. We've heard the story of corruption for too long. These people are not qualified to be called corrupt people. And I ask a question. If today Jesus Christ come down, the Jesus Christ we are crying, if Jesus Christ come down today and our leaders stop looting, you know the funniest thing? We're still going to be poor. The only way poverty can leave our land is if we choose to be productive. And that productivity is broad. In all these shows, I have talked about it. Last week, I was talking about the state as a creator. That is productivity. The universities in Nigeria can actually make us more money. But they are begging. Look at ASU. ASU is still going to go on strike. They want salary increment. When ASU could be making billions. Hey, let me explain this to you. Now, let's put it this way. University in the United Kingdom, Google it now. For those of you watching me, how much does universities in United Kingdom generate annually? Minimum of 50 billion pounds. More than our gross GDP in a year. 50 billion pounds. Your budget last time, how much? 50 something trillion. That is how much only universities in the UK generates. Meanwhile, universities in Nigeria, where are they? They're going on strike that they didn't pay their well. Hey, hallelujah. So tell me where? Tell me my problem now. Tell me. The same university, and guess what? Let me tell you one funny thing. If you come to Middlesex University, I'll be going there just this afternoon. I can show you the map. It's so small. It's not up to a department in Uniben. The whole of Middlesex University. University of Benin is a village. Delta State University is a village. LASU is a village. Unilag is a village. Name it. UI is a community. Now I ask and I ask again, how much are they making? They are waiting for allocation. I mean, you see, we get problem. You see, what we are doing.
I really think that's a different angle from that of the government, if you ask me.
See, the government, who are the government? Is it not the government that, let me tell you the story. I know you don't want to blame the government have a hand in it. This is what happened in the UK. You know why? Before this time, the universities in the UK were broke. They were waiting for the government handout to give them money to run their universities. That was what was going on in the UK. So Tony Blair said, there will be no free education without nobody paying for it. You know what? I am giving you, university, the chance, the opportunity from today. Charge school fees. Go and calculate what you will need to run your university and charge that equal amount. Charge that amount to the student. Pay yourself. Don't call on me. That was the reform that changed university that they are now making 50 billion pounds. You know what happened? Now the university now say, I'm charging my home student about 10,000, which is about 9,000 something. The federal government said, the Tony Blair government said, okay, we will give our young people that loan. If you want to go to school, if your parents cannot afford it, take the loan. Go and pay your school fees. It will give you maintenance money. When you finish, when you are working, you pay the government back. That way, the government ran away from UK education that was dying now became a success. That is government. But it was not the government that did it. It was not the university that effectively made it happen. And you know why this is so personal to me today? Because I've heard too much of this narrative. Our governments are corrupt. Are they qualified to be called corrupt? They're not. So
they are worse. Are you saying they are worse or they are?
They are not qualified. No, they are worse than corrupt people. Somebody that is mentally not okay, you say the person is corrupt. You don't get brain. Olodo. You know what's so funny? Some countries have done it in this time, in our lifetime. Some nations have turned their fortune around. China was a very poor nation. Nobody would buy anything made in China. In fact, there was a time we would not buy anything made in Taiwan. In that time, for my place, they can't get Taiwan ship. Say some people they call the Taiwan ship. Yeah, sorry. They call some people Taiwan ship because anything Taiwan was not good. Later, Taiwan began to make the best product in the world. And now they say, okay, and now they buy China. Today, Chinese product is what we are looking for. The question I ask again and again is, I beg, take Kurubu, tell me, how did they do it? Did they go and kill their leaders that they were corrupt? No, it was the same leader. What they did is they started to be productive. Singapore did it in my lifetime. Malaysia did it in my lifetime. It was not just the corrupt leaders. What did they do? Go and read it. They start making money. Let me use the simplest language. They make money. The question you ask Tinubu, no, this is what I said. Every day, Okowa, I say you will remember me. I asked Okowa that question that time. I said, Okowa, since you became the governor of the Delta State, how much have you made for the state? All you have done really is take money and spend. What Tinubu has done is the oil money that is coming. That is why only place where Tinubu are there in the money. He didn't Niger Delta where oil they come from. That's why he could send Fubara away far. Now only there Tinubu money they come from. If you touch him, you go not say Tinubu get power. Every other thing doesn't matter for Tinubu. Nothing else matter for that man. This is a serious matter, my daughter. What I'm talking about today is so sensitive that people don't go there. I'm saying this so that when you're going to pick the next leader, pick on the quality of the human being who is going to run the affairs of your future and the future of your children. If that person is a daft, you have a problem. There's nothing God going to do. If somebody, wait, barrister, you won't marry. You not ask whether the man go fit they do the thing. How you want to born? You love the man. Yes, I love the man. How you want to give you belly? How is that man going to impregnate you? So the man good is not enough. The man have to be able to be productive. I use the word productivity because God said, go ahead and produce and multiply. The only way a man can multiply now with that, you know. That thing is not working, the man will not multiply. I know I'm talking too much, barrister novice, yeah? Nigeria is $1 million a week business. It's reduced to fucking robos. I'm using the word, sorry, it's a bad word to use. You know the word, I picked this movie from the movie called New Jack City. Nino Brown said, $1 million a week business reduced to robos. You know what is robos? Robos is Russian money. You understand? So you can be making $1 in robos, 1 million in robos and $1 million in dollars. Now two different money. Instead of making dollars, they are not making robos. Who is this person? I should do a collaboration with Channel AIT. We need to drag the government in a space where they go to. Yes, amen. Don't worry, we'll be there. But this is important. We are not, let me repeat, we are not rich. And there is a reason why we are not rich, because we are not productive. I'm going to analyze this productivity slowly. But let me first make the point why we are poor. You know, if you are poor and you don't know why you are poor, then you can never solve it. Because if you keep saying that your government is corrupt, then all you are saying is government should be corrupt. They should bring the money with Ibori. They should bring the money with Tinubu. But this money is not even enough. What you should be saying is the government should be productive. You should be begging them. I'm on my knees. You know what I want to do at the end of the show? I'm going to kneel down and beg the Nigerian government. Can we just start to produce? It's what I have done with Oboriwori. That's why he's not forgiven. I've prepared a package and I said, okay, if you do this, there will be too much job in Delta State. There will be too much food. Poverty will be alien to us. Wait. No, these guys are not forgiven. They are not forgiven. Let me declare. Those that know, you see, when, Barrister, you are a lawyer. If an accountant commits an offense that has something to do with his field, something he needed to know and he didn't do it, the law will be harsh on him. But like me, who doesn't know account, if I make the same mistake, it will be assumed to be a mistake. And any judge will be more lenient with me than with an accountant. So if the man knows first and the man doesn't do it, it's a different thing. The question I ask is, does Tinubu know? Does Oboriwori know? Does your governor know that our problem?
I think they do. Daddy Chris, I think they do. This is where I beg to differ from what you're saying. I think they actually know what to do. They just refuse to do it. That's just the difference.
But that's what it will be.
Because if there is, the reason why I'm saying is, if there is the willingness, if there is the if the zeal is there in them to actually want to do something, even if they don't know it, they can hire hands that can help out.
Yes.
Even from other countries.
That one, even UK is still hiring hands.
So, but the problem is, these people, they know that, okay, they have the capacity to do even enough resources to hire hands if they want to. But they don't want to do it.
Wait, let me ask you this. Let me prove it to you that he doesn't know. Wait, let me share this with you. Right now, Nigeria is only making maybe about 300 trillion. If we diversify, if we begin to have refineries, we now grow agriculture, we now grow our IT, use the potential of our young people, only about 7 feet alone will be making more than, maybe, how can I describe it? The figures I cannot describe. And he doesn't, that's all Tinubu need to do. He doesn't need to do anything. Now, Tinubu is stealing, you are saying that Tinubu is stealing from the small one, from 100,000. But imagine if Tinubu would have just said, okay, he's not going to leave his office, so you go and do this, you go and do this, you go and do this, you go and do this. We cannot do things like this anymore. Obasa just said there's need for us to do things differently. And differently is just what he doesn't understand. So that's what I'm saying. Some of them want to do things differently. They don't know. If Tinubu know how to make more money, he will. And then he can even steal more. You know what I said to them? Oga, steal more money. Because the money you are stealing now is not enough for me to say, for me alone, not for you to steal. So by the time you steal from me, that's why we all can discover it. If the Russian, if the Chinese president steal the amount of money, 500 or something billion, or some the amount, our 50 something trillion we are sharing, nobody will know. Nobody will know. The entire budget of Nigerian money, if Chinese president take it, they will not know. Because you know why? They're making money. You are poor. Oh, I don't understand. And if Tinubu knows and he's not doing it, I said he doesn't know because he's still equal not to know. Because if he know and he's not doing it, that person does not know. If I know how to make money and I'm not making money, meaning I don't know, wait, I know how to impregnate my wife and I know if give her belly, I don't give her belly. Let me say I don't know how to give her belly and I look for Pikino. What's the interpretation? Tell me. I'm not with him.
That is why I'm saying now, there are couples like that. Even they know that, okay, they are doing their best and the child is not coming, they will get a consultant, a doctor. They will meet a doctor and try to get help. Is that not what I'm saying? It is all about the determination, the zeal, the willingness. Do these people really, really, really want to do anything at all? I think I would rather describe it that way than to say, okay, they don't know what to do. It looks like it's excusing them for not doing anything at all.
Yes, barrister.
Because I
And
believe they
I
know
don't
what
know
to
whether
do.
I'm excusing them. I'm giving them the name they
It
should
looks
be
like
calling
it,
them.
Daddy Chris. It
They
looks
are
like it.
mentally not capable to run a nation. You see, these are people, let me use a word for these leaders we have now. I think I have a word for them. They are not, they are, what we need is actually, we need economic engineers. This is what I use for them. This is what I use. Let's see this. What Nigeria need is economic engineers, not political managers. There's a different word. Tinubu can maneuver. He can win election. He can spend the money. He can make people to like him. He's a political, you know, sir. Let's bring it back. Bring it back. Oh my God. This is what we need. That person is a political manager. Obodiwari is a political manager. 90%, if not 99% of your leaders are political managers. There is no economic engineers. That is the difference. That's why I will stay with Peter for some time. I mean, I still have my reservation with Peter. Whether he will go the extent I want. But at least the Bible said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. He's the only one that told me that we need to move from revenue allocation to production allocation. Nigerians need to select. I am not supporting Peter because of Peter is from one place. No. That's not me. I'm too old for that. I'm 60 years old. I don't know when I'm going to go. I don't care. I don't lie for no one. Right now, we have a problem. Our problem is a simple one. There's no magic. There's no miracle. It's not, we don't need to look for, you see, God has given us a wife. The land is our wife. The people are the husbands. We just need to make love with our land and we're going to grow food, children, that will make us proud tomorrow. How can that be so difficult? If I ask you today, the governor of your state today, tell me what his business today is going to probably going to commission the road that Julius Berger did. You know, you see the problem. Or they're going to give water. How many of them are going to their state farm? How many of them are commissioning things that they have made? This one brought money, so we are going to commission it. Tinubu is a political manager. You know what he can do? Even the art of collecting tax is politics. It's not the will of God. The will of God said you should till your land. Plant, plant something in your land, God, and you will be rich. You see, Nigerians, and I am sincere with you. I did not come here. You know what we're doing right now? We are raw material suppliers in a world that reward finished products. That's what we are. That's what we are. I want to get this first part of the show to make you know that you're following me today, that Nigeria is actually a poor nation as it is. We are a potentially rich nation. It's a two different language. That I can be rich if I do this, if I do that. But because I'm not doing it, I am poor. We are poor. We don't have money. The money Tinubu and all of them, these politicians, the number of aircraft in Nigeria, if you put all of them together, it's not up to the money of one musician in the United States. You are poor. In the city of the blind, a man with an eye becomes a king. And because they are village people, they now buy aircraft, which they don't even need. They buy aircraft. To do what? And at the end of the day, we are now in a big mess. But let me share one good news with you. The journey I'm talking about, some nations have made it in a lifetime, in a generation. They didn't do it in 10 generations. In one generation, they turned a misfortune to fortune. China is an example. Singapore is an example. Malaysia is an example. Oh, South Korea is an example. The question I'll be asking you, my people, is how did they do it? Let me share this flyer with you now. That's why in this flyer today, I give you two different Nigerians. Two. Let me leave the platform for this flyer. It's too important. I designed this. A country, Nigeria is failed, not by corrupt leaders, but by politicians who fail to work or produce. So we are not saying they are corrupt politicians. That's not the thing. The only reason we are where we are is because our politicians, our leaders, fail to work. And he that does not work will not eat. That's the Bible. Quote the Bible. I beg. When this young woman, when he come back, he go help me look for that portion of the Bible. You look at your Bible and tell me the portion of the Bible that says this. That he that does not work will not eat. God will not come and impregnate your wife for you. That's the best way I can produce this. When I talk about productivity, I use the human experience and our relationship with God. Because I believe in God. Now, let me show you the two Nigeria. There's one Nigeria here. Let me bring out the flyer again. Let me quickly remove the plate. There's one Nigeria that work, no work, no plan, no result, no future. Then another one, look at the green Nigeria. If we start to work today and we plan well now, there will be a result and there will be progress in the land. We can do this now. You know why? Because potentially we are rich. We are rich because we have young people, human resources. We are the people to do the job. Okay. And we are rich because God has blessed our land. If I tell you what we have in Delta State, they don't know half of it. They cannot even think about it. They don't have the mental capability to think what we have on the ground in Africa. They don't. And the white people not come and discover oil in Bayelsa, we won't know we have oil. Now, this is not time to cry. It's time to rejoice. Because like I said, some nations did it in a lifetime. I am praying that we can do our own in this generation. It's not going to come by mistake. This is the thing. What I'm saying now, it's not going to come to us by mistake. It's not sickness that will fall on your lap. No way. We have to be intentional and say, this is what we want to do. And we go for it. And in fact, it will be a story. In fact, this suffering we're talking now, we became a thing of the past. Let me analyze this. Okay. Today, the only money coming to Delta State is the allocation that comes from the federal government. It's always about 60-something billion. Everybody's shouting, Delta State is making 60-something billion a month. That's a lot of money. Then other money comes from this thing. Then the other money is the political manager I talk about. They know how to pick one or two taxes. And that's all we are getting, my brothers. No, and I want us, I'm not gonna be focused. Look at Nigeria the same way. The only money coming to Nigeria today is money coming from oil. And the taxes Nigeria is collecting. If they ask you, which other way does money come to Nigeria? But my guy, this is a country of 400 million young people. And from the 400 million, about 250 are young, able to work. The reason I know is, are you not confused when they now say youth corpers, they don't have youth corper will start finish and he doesn't know where to work. Meaning the people to do the job are there. The land is rich to be exploited. Now, nobody could tell us that now we have money to invest. Actually, this is the thing. God has given us oil. He gives us the people and he gives us the resources. How can we be poor? Yes, so it is okay to say we are potentially rich. You are not rich, oh. Anybody that tells you that Nigeria is rich is deceiving you. You are poor because your leader refused to work. You refuse to work, and you will never be out of this poverty until you make up your mind to work. In fact, I put it this way again. Thank God the barrister never come back to the platform, so I can use the description of a man and a wife. God give you your wife. He give you the healthy body. Your things, see, they work. Your liquid, they go well. Now, God will not come and put it inside your wife. Oh. It will be an intentional thing to plan with your wife. Madam, when be your ovulation? When we can do this? Because you want to have a baby. A plan. It get to be intentional. Otherwise, you can cry from now till, no, in fact, you know what is good about Nigeria? On Friday night, you'll be in mosque. Disturbing God. You know what is so sad for me? Una they disturb my God. Nigerians, you hear me? Una they disturb my God. God not deserve this one. Leave God alone. Because the last time I checked, everything God needed to do for us, he has done it. Why are you disturbing him on Sunday? Why are you disturbing God on Friday? No, talk to me. Barrister, come. Where Barrister? Barrister, come. Una tell me why they disturb my God. Una tell me what is the one that disturb God. What are you asking from God? No, tell me what you are asking for God and God has not given to you. Explain to me.
No, there is no limit. If you check in the Bible, I don't think there's a limit when we should ask God for something. He said, "Ask, and you shall be given." So there is no limitation there. It means that we can ask God for everything every day, and He is merciful enough to give it to us.
Some will tell you, "I've given." You know what Moses was looking? Moses was stranded. He was looking at God. God has given him the rod to point there. He was waiting for God. God said, "You this stupid man, point it in there, idiot." You understand? The Bible won't tell us that. It said, "Are you daft? Point it." They give you wife. The wife fine. They give her to Adam. Adam no way to. He say, "Indeed, she's the bone." That is how they laugh. You know, he didn't make mistake. You know, my problem is we are chasing the symptom. We are mistaking the symptoms for the disease.
Yeah, they take Panadol on top typhoid. I've been waiting that they call them.
I don't want to talk about gonorrhea. When you get
gonorrhea, they take antireversibles on top headache.
My generation don't know what to be gonorrhea. When we grow up, the only big disease where we get that HIV never come. Now only gonorrhea. If you do them, everybody they know. Everybody go know for community say this way don't carry gonorrhea. So if you put Vaseline, it not go work. No, because that time some people they apply Vaseline, it not go work. Now only ampicillin, then I the cure them. Because we never abuse drug like now. If you talk ampicillin, the thing go just wipe. Because our system was still refined. Now, when I don't corrupt Nigerian blood with too many antibiotics, we'll come to that another day. When I be antibiotics nation, oh, Jesus Christ, I never seen this before. When I reach Nigeria, when they give me drug, I said, no, I don't go take them that. Because I don't understand. Since I've been in the UK, they never give me antibiotics once. That's Nigeria. When they abuse drug.
But funny enough, this God is still keeping us alive. We're still strong.
I know.
In Nigeria is the strongest
that's why life expectancy is now 55. In Nigeria, if you get to 55 years old, you're going to thank God. It's wrong. And the Bible said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. You see, that's what I say. Unless now they say God not the answer prayer. If not, the same God that answer all prayer is what you are calling, you are disturbing every Sunday. And you are still where you are. Something is wrong. Meaning, waiting God they tell you, they listen. That's why I wrote my new book. Do you even listen to Jesus? You hear what Jesus Christ talk? You listen to the man? Because I've been only waiting. Oh, now only the miracle you want. Only when he give. Oh my God. If we do what Jesus say, we will not die. That's another day. We will not go there. I know the Barrister are not going to that discussion now. Barrister, let's not go there. Let's stick to our leaders today.
Yes.
My people, we are in a unique time. God is so good to us. God is so beautiful. God is so faithful that he gave us everything we need. Everything. All he always said to our Moses, point the rod and the sea will open. Is that so difficult? Now, let us tell our leaders to point the rod. Tinubu, point that rod. Tell your governor, Oboriwari, you are my governor, point that rod. Local government chairman, point that rod. What it means, let us go and walk.
It means from what you're saying, it means if we're going to ask them to point their rod, it means we have a place we have a role to play.
Of course.
As the people of this country.
Of course.
That is what I always say. You know, we have a role to play. We should hold our leaders accountable.
Yes.
We should
That's
hold them
why
accountable.
you see,
Very
this is why
important.
we now hold them accountable. Our holding Tinubu accountable, not to tell Tinubu you are corrupt. Tell him you are not even qualified to become a corrupt man. You are not mentally fit, suitable, or to be defined as a corrupt person. You are not qualified. Right now, okay, God has given you a rod. Point the rod, the sea will open. Point it. Because if Tinubu start to farm today, that's a rod. You know how much we will make only from agriculture alone? We will feed the whole of Africa and feed ourselves. We will not need to import food. Is that really rocket science? That's why God said, point the rod, you big fool. He said to Moses, point that rod. How can I give you rod and you're waiting for me? And the Moses need to go to church? Did he say you must come to church and disturb God? In fact, the children of Israel will remain for Egypt, they will remain there.
There is that decrease. Most of the reasons why people go to church is because it is biblical to go to church. He said, "Do not forsake the gathering of the brethren." He said, "Do not forsake the gathering of the brethren." So a lot of people go to church to gather with brethren to worship God on Sundays. It is biblical. If not, it is not only on Sundays that people pray. People also pray on normal days.
Most of the women are husband and made they go. Those who don't get made their husband not go outside, go carry women. Tinubu said, Edna said something very interesting.
Okay.
He said Tinubu will rather use the rod to walk so he does not fall. This is our leader, don't suffer for the hand. Our leader don't suffer for the hand.
I never see anything.
I swear.
When did
Tinubu never see it? No, but no, you know the truth, Tinubu will be a hero. Tinubu would have been a hero today if in the time in office he has turned our economy around.
You know,
if as of today, we no more importing food, we now have enough food. Price of petrol, we have refinery everywhere. Young people are working, see jobs everywhere. Do you think we'll be angry with Tinubu? We know you still the power. Okay.
Because you know the annoying part of all in all this. Before they come to office, they make promises. We're going to do this. We're going to do. That's why I said they know what to do, because they know that this is the right thing to do. They make this promise. It's just like when a man wants to. You've been making instances about a man and his wife. Yes. So let me give my own instance. It's just like when a man wants to sleep with a woman and he knows that he does not have any good intention.
When would they,
so what he does, he's making a false promise.
No, don't talk out. Where would they beg on for the first time? Would they say sweet things now?
That's the point. That's what these politicians do to us.
Exactly.
They toast us just to use us and then dump us. That is what it is.
This is the problem,
that is worse than wickedness. They have the heart of the devil.
You women when I get role to play. That's why what are we expecting from somebody like that? When you see somebody they tell you too many things, you will say, this man sugar, your sugar too much. Where is the bitter leaf in it? Because this too much sugar not good for me. A man, when they promise you heaven and earth and he never gets you, he say he go carry you go heaven, and the man not gets you. You know, so that man a liar. So, and that is again, the expectations we should expect from these people is, you see, I'm saying to my leader, hey, okay, I don't need you to change the world, but do like this, you understand?
And
it's not them that will do it.
These things they promise, they are very feasible. They are things that can be done. They can actually do it. Even with the little money that we have, they can do these things.
Barrister, let me put it this way. How many Nigerian manifestos today? Now let's start. I'm serious now. Actually focus on production. Other than say they want
they promised agriculture. They promised agriculture. Okay. It is production.
It's one. Yes. You see, but if you see all of them, they will tell you,
grants.
I will bring you roads. Wait now.
We never got the grants.
Barrister, they say I will bring you roads. I'll bring you prosperity. Where's the more agenda? More. Define it more. Oh, wait them. Therefore, therefore tell us interpret the more. There is no meaningful thing in the more. There's no meaningful. They tell you employment. They don't understand. Employment is the result of productivity. If you start to farm, then employment will come. If you open a refinery, employment will come. Employment will not come from the air. And somebody tell you, I guarantee you employment. How is he going to give you employment? So the root of our problem, anybody contesting for Nigerian president, what it should be telling us is how it's going to turn our economy around by being productive, not with magic. You know, if I like, Barrister, make her from here now, and not give you belly from here. We go marry, I go date the same bed with you. They're not the post them. Oh, somebody preach you that you tell the person a fool. So let's be very sincere. I think we are also responsible for most of the things we are going through. We are not, maybe, is it lack of understanding that we don't even know, so we don't know what to demand? That's the only thing I can say to Tinubu right now is, Tinubu, God has given you a rod. He has given you the people are all behind you. They're going to walk through the sea now. All you need to do is just point the rod. And you are not the one to walk through the sea. They will even carry you along. Wait, you know how much Tinubu will be making? Oh, God. The total money you call corrupt now, it's not enough for only the president to have a holiday, and we won't mind. The entire of our budget, if we start to be productive today, the money Nigeria will make, you will not even bother. If Tinubu makes so money or he buys 50 aircraft, you will know. You don't care because the country is rich. We are making money. But now, when you have a leader like Oboriwori, who only construct road, make a talk. Construct.
How many cars are on the road now? That decrease. How many cars are even on the? When I was coming to work today, we had the freest. Usually on Mondays there is hold up and lots of traffic on the road. But today the road was free. People who have cars have parked their cars at home and have become passengers.
Exactly.
Because of the fuel, the increase in the fuel price. They say fuel is about 1,400 and above now.
Okay.
Not to talk of black markets, it's about 2,000 and above. So what are we talking about? You are creating these roads for who to work? Only for the rich. Are you trying to turn this country into a rich man's? When we, oh my God, that decrease. I don't even know what to say.
The problem is they are not even rich. They are not rich. If you compare what Tinubu have with what a little guy, an actor in America, in California we have, you don't get them. Tinubu is not as rich as an actor in California. When you reach that's what it means to live in a rich nation. They are not as rich as actors in Hollywood. Send them to come out. Let's look at their groundwork. Whether they can even talk to an American boxer. This guy just won a fight. Anthony Joshua. Ask how much Anthony Joshua made. They get money rich Anthony Joshua. Tony doesn't go to fight. They don't go to fight every day. Once in a while, he's on holiday. That is when, if you fight for Nigeria, how much I'll give him? This boy want to fight now. How much you will get? I mean, I'm gonna tell me. Portable want to fight. How much Portable gonna make? No, it's a joke, man. It's a joke. We are living in a poor nation. And if we can understand this, then we begin to turn things around. And then I begin to talk to us now how we can turn the country around. Because I don't talk about problem without solution.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And there's a word I use. I was at the NTA on one of their show, on their Tuesday show, and I use the word comparative advantage. I'll take 2 minutes to talk about this. Comparative advantage. That they said America did their own with movies. Maybe the funny thing is that Hollywood generates 1/4 of that biggest economy in the world. That's why it is in California. California is the one I'm using. The economy of California is bigger than the whole of Africa put together. Not only Nigeria, the whole of Africa. If you put them together, our economy in Africa is about 2.something trillion. Only California is 4.something trillion. Oh, California in America is richer than the whole of Africa.
Only one state in America.
Only one state. And how are they doing it? Only movies. Now, funny daughter, wait. This is funny. 90% of the economy of California is Hollywood. That's why, and quote me, Hollywood generates 1/4 of the richest economy in the world, 1/4 of the American economy. Now we have a film industry. Our actors, when you see that they wear that big cloth, they make noise. They are poor. You know what I call poor? Now I'm talking to you. You are a bloody poor actor. Hello? You're not. But in the city of the blind, a man with an eye is what? Is a king. The question is, are you ready to learn so you improve your skills so you begin to earn like America? Because you cannot, you see, and it starts with you understanding your own economy. How can Nigeria earn money from movies? Why would our authors be poor if all we make film is to give to Netflix? If we don't understand the economy of filmmaking, if all we're going to do is make film and give to Netflix, we're going to remain poor for the rest of our lives. I can't say more than this. You see, in terms of comparative advantage, I'm just talking. Our real strength would have been in farming, the natural resources that is on the ground, mining. All those things would have been our greatest strength. Oil is already one of the mining things we are mining already. We're mining oil. That's why we're making a lot of money right now. Not that we know how much is supposed to come. In fact, I watched a documentary yesterday. I was crying. How much is Nigeria supposed to get from oil? We're not getting 1/100 of it. We're not getting it because Babangida government signed a stupid contract that one day, it's not that he knows. He doesn't know. But let's even forgive him. Now, let's use California as a case study. I said maybe tomorrow on Earth, I'm going to only focus on the Ministry of Creative Economy because that one invests me. They now tell you that the richest economy, the richest country, the richest state in America, not the country, is California. And their money, the money California make in a year, the whole of Africa, now they make them, will be 54 countries. Only one state in America is making more money. If it make twice the money the whole of Africa is making, and you say you are a rich country, who told you are rich? You are potentially rich. You are not rich. And now, let me talk to them in Hollywood. Now let's zero on this California. The 90% of the things in California are now showbiz. Not be showcase. So for those of now when they do showcase, that decrease not they do showcase because I don't hold past showcase. They do showbiz in America. That's how they make all that money. When they tell you how much goes in for Oscar, let's come to Nigeria. One and this is an industry where I work. The equivalent of our Oscar is organized by a South African company. Not even one Nigerian company know what is happening there. If you make film in Nigeria, you go and give it to Netflix. Now, if we can do well, very well, the biggest one is to put it on YouTube. Now, the question is, how much is YouTube making? For YouTube to pay you that money, how much can YouTube have made from your film before they pay you that amount of money? You are a fool. The question you should be asking your creative economy, your social ministry of creative economy, is what can we do to be able to be like Netflix? Now, beneath what I talk, I go say fool, say make we share money. Okay, Edna, I like that. He said one can produce a high budget movie and still not make his or her own money back. The industry is bad over here. Tribalism is killing the industry. Now we have Asaba Wood, Lagos Wood, Nollywood. It go better for you, Edna. Well, this is a good one. I like that. You know, yes, this division is actually not our problem, my daughter. You see, when you talk to old men like us who have been in the industry, I'll tell you, I don't do showcase. I do show business. And in all the reform I've written to Nollywood, they know me. Your Actors Guild, your Directors Guild, your Producers Guild, they know that decrease. And in my submission to the ministry, I only suggested that we can, until we control the economy of filmmaking, until we are the one in charge of our own, we can never be as rich as we want to be. Wait, if you make film today, you put it on YouTube. YouTube will take the lion's share and give you the small one. Is it not correct? You think YouTube is giving you the big money? So how can you be as rich as YouTube? The question I ask you is, why don't Nigeria have a YouTube? The part that created YouTube, now one small boy, the one that created Facebook, you saw him the other day, he's still very young. Afi Bona. Young people, wait. There will not be miracle. Miracle will not get us out of where we are. May God help us, but it's not going to be a miracle. or I like to say, what actually people call miracle is actually magic. Because any miracle is scientifically proven. Anything you call miracle today is something that can be scientifically proven. Because God did not separate us from knowledge. He created us with all the knowledge in the world. Meaning anything you call miracle, you can do it and you can prove how it happened. That's the problem I have with Nigerian churches. Buddies are welcome. Edna said something very big.
Daddy Chris.
I was trying to answer the question. A big one. And it's a very interesting one. And we are in a time where Nigeria need to wake up. And until we understand our problem, we are not going to be able to treat it well. Now, until the Ministry of Creative Economy know that they can make Nigeria become California. Listen, I don't understand. I intentionally brought California economy that is richer than the whole of Africa. What happened in California is Hollywood. And that generates 1/4 of Nigerian economy. But the Ministry of Creative Economy, they don't have a job. If you go there now, no job. You never go there. I bet when I go ask now, whether on the Ministry of Creative Economy, now the small oil money where they share give them, now they take the survival. They will not do a thing, meaning they don't even know they can make money. Make her they cry. Should I not be crying? Now, and I said to you, next month, we're going to have the carnival, Notting Hill Carnival. It's going to bring in into London. I can't define how much money that Notting Hill Carnival will bring. Lagos have a stand. Nigeria have a stand. At the Notting Hill Carnival in London. The carnival we're talking about is not an authentic carnival. I use the word. It's not authentic because it's a Caribbean. People you guys sold that tried to trace their root, and they're the one that created this one. They created this carnival. It's what you came here to copy and take to Calabar. But your true carnival, the creative economy is sleeping. And now California is making the highest money bigger than the whole of Africa. Meanwhile, we have a creative economy that cannot even pay their bills. Again, those people are not poor, they are not wicked, they are not corrupt, they are mentally handicapped. Mentally. And I'm not talking, I'm not guessing, no. If California, oh, Barrister, I bet, share with me. Those of you who are filmmakers, I'm sure Edna you understand what I'm saying more. You make film. If California, where they make movies, if you don't know, Hollywood is in California. And the California economy is made from Hollywood. And they make 1/4 of American economy. Go and research what I'm saying. So if, and that is in Nigeria, that would be Nollywood, which is a branch, a small segment of the Nigerian creative industry. And we have a Ministry of Creative Industry. I'm telling you that the Ministry of Creative Industry, they don't make it 1 naira in a year. They are not making 1 naira in a year. So how can your country be like America? Even when God gave you more than America has.
We like to copy their laws and their traditions.
Copy the right one. Still, it's okay to say.
Chris, what we lack in this country is originality.
Yes. And that's why I choose the word comparative advantage. Comparative
we
advantage.
Like to borrow cultures. We like to carry things from other places.
Thank you, my daughter. No, exactly. We know that we talk of borrow culture,
and we don't even have the knowledge of how to maximize or use it well. At least other countries are trying in Africa.
No, you know why I can boast my chest. I can talk to them in Delta State and I say, you don't know what you're doing. I'm saying to them, you guys don't know what you're doing. You know what I know? Next month, there's Notting Hill Carnival in London here. It's not too far from my house. When I go there, it doesn't take me. I'll jump on my bus now. I just drive my car. You can't drive in that period anyway to that place. Barrister, every nation will be at that carnival. Lagos have a stand at the carnival. Nigeria, my guy, DJ Abbas, have already announced that there's a stand for Nigeria. We'll do it every year. In London, my daughter, in London, they have a carnival. The carnival is not the culture of the British people, it's the culture of the African Caribbean. So when they say Notting Hill Carnival, we are talking of the same black culture. It's not as unique as Festac 77. And they make her cry. The carnival we are talking of now is not half of Festac 77. Tell me what your ministry they do year to year. Instead, Lagos State came and they copied this carnival. They now have Lagos Carnival. Exactly the same thing that we're doing here. Lagos that have the original culture to exhibit, their brain not work. Because we've been told that whatever we have is barbaric. On Sunday, now go church now. The rest of it will go mosque. Do I belong to this world? I don't know whether I belong to this world. Maybe because I've stayed in Europe for too long. Maybe I've seen too much. You see, Whitney Houston said in this movie, he said if you are used to being treated well, you can't go back to bullshit. The leadership African leaders is giving to me is rubbish. In fact, they are not qualified. That's what I use today. You are not qualified to be called a corrupt leader. A corrupt leader will do things with a purpose. He will do it to steal money. Wait, how can somebody that steal money and use the same money to send his child abroad? To send the child on exile? Is that person intelligent? No, maybe Nigerians don't get this. I'm making a lot of money. I saw this stupid man now. He came here for his daughter's graduation. One University of Southampton.
I saw it too, Daddy Chris. I
not
saw
a
it.
great university. I live in London. You are a fool. It's not a great university. Go and look at the top 10 universities in the UK. Their children can't go there.
And he has a pending issue here. He has a pending issue here. They let him travel.
Let me tell you.
There was a murder in his house.
University they send their children to. Let me tell you one breakdown. The third great university in the world is University of Cambridge University and Oxford. How many of their children did those schools? All those ones they are sending to the UK to come and study. How many of them they go? If they go there, I know they are going to the best 2 universities in the world. They are not going there, and I'm much 3 universities they go here. Some are private. Akbar. But again, why? Why are we doing this? Because we have no human. We are not even qualified to be human beings right now. That's how much our leaders or lack of knowledge have reduced us to. God gave us a wife. He gave us a healthy body. We couldn't impregnate our wives. There's no better way to say it. And it's sad for those of us that can see beyond. And when I go and now someone tell me, oh, Nigeria is corrupt. And I say, corrupt. Okay. Do you know what is it to be called a corrupt person? A corrupt person. Okay, wait first. If the Ministry of Creative Economy is now turn the Nollywood industry into like what Hollywood is doing, and is making a lot of money, don't you think she can make a lot of money and even steal some? Well, do we bother? But she's making not a penny, other than the money when they come from allocation. That ministry have no money. If Oboriwori does not get money, if next month now money didn't come from Aso Rock, Oboriwori will not do it, you know. Now tell me who be the wish. Oboriwori cannot do a thing next month if money does not come from Aso Rock. But do you know how much Oboriwori can make only in Delta State? Only Delta State is richer, is equal to Nigeria. Yet we are waiting until that small money come. I will say Delta State is rich. No, it's not rich. If Delta State is rich, you will not be out of job. There's no job now. Keke people full Delta State. Have you been to Delta State? And it's not because Oboriwori is corrupt, because you are poor. Oboriwori is not productive. He doesn't get it. He hasn't got the vision. He's mentally handicapped.
Otherwise, they are mentally poor, but physically rich.
Yeah, that's it. In fact, they are even physically rich. You should say they were. They are better than big personality. These people were
themselves that decrease. They have the money.
They cannot,
but they are mentally poor.
They are not even okay. They are very, very poor in soul.
If the money you have cannot help the poor, cannot help the people around you, you are poor.
Do they even need to help us, or they make us even make more money for them? What I'm saying now is, if Tinubu make us work, we'll make more money for Tinubu. If a governor make us, all I'm saying is the governor should make us to work. Set up a refinery, the refinery makes money. Who's going to get the money? The government. We work, and we make some money to feed our family. That is what we're saying. And the country, everybody is rich. How can that be so hard? We're not saying we're going to fold our hands, come and give us money. We're saying, for the money with you, invest it. Either you invest in agriculture, in IT, in filmmaking. If you play with filmmaking, then you are a fool. Because the biggest economy in America is coming from the creative economy. As about a home of creativity, nobody will not know what to happen there. Now, only all your money when they come from Abuja. Now you know, because he doesn't understand it. It's not his fault. He's daft. No verse. You want beat her? You want beat somebody for what you don't know? Not be wickedness, you be. If somebody will not say money, they there. If they think well, no, only body they not be saying money. This boy, peace question. My bacala na paka. He check not the bounce. Na paka, because paka they come from Abuja, and not small money. What I'm telling you, boys, the money is too small. Obodiwori is not wicked. He's mentally handicapped. He's not qualified to run a local government, a chairman, not local government, to be a councillor in his village, not to be a governor of Delta State. This is the problem. Muna no verse. Tinubu no, forget about Tinubu. We need economic engineers. Oh, how can I use that word? Can I get a better word than that? Nigerians, we need economic engineers as leaders, not the political managers you have now. Obodiwori is so powerful today. He can say things to happen. He can do things. People will run around him. Not me, because you are not even qualified. Okay? You're not there. You're not there the league. You're not among. And I will use my mouth to finish you guys before this next election. Because yeah. Barrister.
Hey, Chris. I really feel your pain. I really do.
Can you imagine somebody that have the depth? I can prove what I'm saying. I am not guessing. It is, and somebody is mismanaging my life like this. How do you think I feel? When I know how much Delta State could make, I know how much Nigeria could be making. And we don't have food. Some people don't have food today. Our daughters are doing runs. When a girl, I gave an instance here. There's a young girl that used to be my friend. Today, when I called her a few days ago, she has a farm, a poultry farm, because she married somebody in Canada and the guy opened a poultry for her. So she's actually running a very big poultry. She's not a do runs, so that girl would have been doing runs. But now what? She owns a poultry. And she's not feeding, meaning the girl you see that is that runs, girl you call, that doesn't have name, don't have anything. If they use her well, if they empower her well, she will be productive to herself and to the nation. Why you they laugh? Everybody say, why you they smile like this? Anytime everybody say they smile, don't say something there. That girl, as you say, that's that her brain. Everything you say, go put that down, go call ask you later. So why you say this one that time? Anyway, Nigerians, I wanted to prove to you, to the rest of the world, that our problem is not corrupt leadership. It's that we have leaders who are political managers. Tinubu is an expert in political management. Atiko is another expert in political management. They don't get it. And Nigerians, if you like, keep voting for these people. It's not their fault, oh. Yeah. Somebody I tell you today, my last show I was talking about toffee ideology. Goody ideology. Sugar go kill you. Bitter leaf now we need right now. We need somebody who can convert what God has given to us into wealth. And it's not miracle. If the state, if Delta State, if Tinubu said today Babe. Now listen to me, daughter. If Tinubu said today, every state in Nigeria, every state, I'm giving you 20 billion. I want to see your farm. Only 6 months, we will export cassava. We will export enough cassava to China. Only 6 months. If it's only cassava. Is it when I was growing up, they said, you know what we got there? Our aqua life, the rivers, the fish there, the natural ones. Imagine if we can't drop more fish for there, can't grow fish for our rivers. We will sell fish to the rest of the world, prawns to the rest of the world. We will be making billions and trillions of naira. It's not rocket science. So only Tinubu to say, let us forget about constructing road we don't need. Let's use this money in the first few months to grow an economy. The money come if you don't construct your road. How can you give a wife money when you're supposed to do market, you don't take and buy food, full fridge? So that when you eat finish, you go sit down for house, tell you say money don't finish. She's not a resourceful woman. No marry her. So that's exactly the kind of leaders we have. They are ruining our future and the future of our children. If it is only their own, I don't mind. I'm talking to them today and they're going to be offended, I know. And I'm not here to please you, sir. The truth is, if we all do the right thing, Nino Brown said, the money that they were making in that place was almost $1 million a week. They reduced that to robos, Russian money. The amount of money we are making in trillion in naira could have been dollars. It could have been dollars. And imagine where we will be. So if they say somebody buy aircraft, in those days, Nigerian man will come down from plane in the UK. They're spending naira on the streets of London. You could spend naira on the street of London because the naira was higher than the pounds. Naira than pounds. The first car they bought was 500 naira or some of them now 2,000 naira. That was the amount we were using to buy cars. My uncle bought a Volkswagen for 1,500 naira. I don't do secondary school. So we are not rich, but yes, we are potentially rich. So let us leave the show today with one consolation, that we are potentially rich, meaning we have all it takes to be rich. Like God created me as a potentially productive man. That's why if I touch any woman, the belly will shoot out, because I am potentially endowed by God to be productive. However, if I go marry, I can't wait for God on Sunday. Instead of me to do better thing, I'll go and disturb God. God, I better help this my wife make get belly. Make my wife get belly. God help my wife. What will God be looking at me? What do you think God will be doing? So if God now see me, a full grown man, disturbing him, and say, God, help my wife to be pregnant, don't you think God will be angry with you? It's exactly what you're doing. And I have a message for our leaders. This message comes from this man, J.F. Kennedy. He said, those who refuse a peaceful revolution makes a violent one inevitable. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible, you're making a violent one inevitable. The people's eyes are opening. People like us have big mouths. The people listening to me may not be much, but you know what? When the message goes out into the world, it doesn't come back. It's like a seed you plant. It will go and destroy. It's like a bullet. Bullet will worry before it comes back. Every word that comes from my mouth will go out to change people, because they're not going to find out that It's not as if that you are even a thief, but you are too stupid to be called a thief. Do you understand that, sir? You're not even qualified to be called a thief. But you can do you can make it quick around. Like I said, if what is said today, okay, Delta State, every local government, hallelujah. If say every local government in Delta State must, let me go back to the main picture. Every local government in Delta State we have a farm. What do you get how much in a month? 60 billion. Plus all the money you don't gather before. Give every local government this month starting money 2 billion. 2 billion to start the farm. Let them identify their land. Let them make it clear. Let them fence the place. Let the place look amazing. Next month, you cultivate it. It doesn't cost you anything, Oga. Only tractors. You will clear the whole place. And the people will be working. They'll be happy with you. I will be making money. Imagine that they said that California is making the highest money more than Africa. The whole of Africa. Only California. And they told you there's an industry called Nollywood. Very close to you there. You don't know what it is. Learn. Oga, learn. How much can we make from this Nollywood self? Why are they selling film in YouTube? Why can't we even have our own Netflix? Which miracle does a South African company have? Akpa. South African company, they are the one running the African magic. Na lie. Hey, Nigeria. Of all these intelligent rich men, you call rich men, how many of them even get the vision to create what South Africa create for Nigeria? You see, our productivity now witchcraft. The only few people you see in Nigeria, if they are not in oil and gas, then they are in because now that quick money they come open bank. You hardly see any rich man, any governor that doesn't have a bank. Maybe they own the bank, you don't know. Don't you ask yourself who owns all the bank in Nigeria? All the banks, who are the owners? Now all these thieves. I don't even, again, you guys are not even qualified to be a thief. But invest this money now and make more money with us. The biggest money you can make is with us. Oboriwo, now listen to me. I'm going to say this again. And Nigerian government, listen to me. You cannot tell me you don't have where to put money. The Nigerian university is a starting point. I just opened a secret for you today that California, only California, they don't get the population when Hollywood gets. They don't have the number of people that are in Hollywood. They don't even have the human being to consume the product. Like the whole of Africa, we have 1.4 billion human beings that can buy our film. So we're not looking for market. Hey, yet we make film, we give it to Netflix, Amazon. And you see the people, they will say, my film is on Netflix. I say you are
on Netflix. Yeah.
You are a very big
That's become a thing of pride for them to brag about.
He said, Ekpa. But again, this is why we're never going to be like a country. No, my film is on YouTube. Oh, you know how much? I got 2 million views. Eh!
Yes, 11 million views.
You can't blame the poor person.
Okay.
It is up to the government really to create our own YouTube. Are you not confused, daughter, that as of today, we don't even get our own YouTube? Before that big brother in South Africa, that big brother when I watch show, I don't know whether Nigeria don't take her now.
Nigeria don't carry on. They even started it. They started it yesterday. Nigeria don't. You know, still copy be our work now. As we not get the original mindset to create anything for ourselves. Our own now to the copy.
Hey,
Nigeria don't carry and put for head.
No, we only carry for heads as consumers. Maybe even the producers of the companies, maybe the producers are South African.
Yeah.
Maybe if the owner of African Magic is a South African, MTN is South African. Hello. See NTA now they work so see them there, see them. NTA see you now. Ooh. I wrote to NTA, I said, okay, no what? Let's just do something. We are producing film, we are doing this, let's do something. They didn't even understand what I was saying. Till now, they didn't understand it. They did not. I will come fly from here. No, nah. Oma, may God, I still want I hate to disturb God, but I have to disturb him only this time. God, please open our eyes to see the light. We are in darkness. I don't want you to give us food, Father. No, to disturb you for food will be insulting you. You're giving us everything that the other people don't have. There was a time they said the richest man in Africa was a king in Mali who was going with a lot of gold to Mecca, and the gold was too much. The deposit of gold that man had is not anywhere in the world. He didn't even go and work for it. He didn't work for it. The gold in Ghana, you don't have to work for it. The gold in Nigeria, we don't have to work for it. It's there. They don't have the gold here. They don't have the diamond here. They don't have the oil here. Hey, what I want to ask God, anything you plant for Nigeria, especially in the rainforest, food don't boku. Benue can feed you with people when they go farm with cutlass. That is to say we're supposed to beat that governor. I'm supposed to, in fact, I go sue the governor of Benue State for allowing our parents to go to farm with cutlass in the 21st century when robots made the farm.
Because they can't even afford the shoe.
This is a time where robots are farming. Go to Israel. They now use the kind of artificial irrigation now, the AI irrigation system, daughter, I not describe them. Meaning the soil will get the quantity of water it really needs. They drop them as it wanted. They go soon teach us how to give women below. Then when we say the thing go drop at the right time, AI go do more. Since we refuse to think, meanwhile, our parents are still going to farm with cutlass. Why will God forgive us? God is angry with us. Let me use the word. God is very, very angry with the nation called Nigeria. He's angry with the black race. Because among every other race, he gave you more than every other race. The reason I know is a black man is built stronger than any other person. The reason I know, go to the 100-meter race. They know they follow us, they compete there. Have you seen any other black person? I know you both follow us compete for 100-meter race. Not you both get that one. Now we. How many were you for here say they pick diamond for road? They pick diamond for the streets of Congo. Now they can't play ball that time. God is very, very angry with us. He's angry because we refuse to be productive. He's angry because he said his people are perishing for lack of knowledge. Knowledge. That's why we're perishing. Thank you very much for joining me, daughter. We're going to try and close it here today. I know my message today is not the friendly one, but I came to cry, to shout to Nigerians, because this is beyond me. I cannot understand why only California is richer than the whole of Africa. I know the California, what they're doing, only movies, which Nollywood has started. But Nollywood now, if you tell them now, they are now having they told me that they have a panel. They are now part of Oscar. So they want to nominate Nollywood film in Oscar. They don't know, say they go figure their own Oscar. They can lead the Africa in a new journey. And Oscar would they look for? The last time when they Burna Boy, they go there, say that they give award. They want to go there and get award in the world. So the award when they do for America, now better pass the one when Nigeria go do. It not go better for now. Africa is waiting for leadership. The black race is waiting for Nigeria to lead. And that's why it's sad. I live in the UK. The future of the black man in the UK depends on what the black man in Nigeria can do. You know why I know? The young black boys here, they want to make movies. The market is the African market. Oyibo say they don't understand what they talk about. They will tell you, we don't even want to make it for you. We have a story that our people will understand. Look at my race. They swear for us. That's why we must start to think well now. And I'm using this opportunity to call of Africans in the world, not only in Nigeria. They need to hold Nigerian leaders accountable, especially in this coming election. They are not wicked. They are daft. Everybody needs to come home and educate Nigerians on the need to pick a good leader. Not a leader who's going to share money. Not a leader that will give you what you want, but a leader that will give you what you need. I came on the show and I talked the difference between want and what we need. What we want is not important. It's what we need. Sugar is what you want. What you really need for your system to grow and be resistant to disease is bitter leaf. It's what you need, not sugar. Thank you very much for joining me, daughter. God will bless you. And it's a difficult show, when you have this kind of show with this old man. All you're gonna get, the man is angry, is cursing. But to Nigerians, I want to beg you guys. I'm not here to insult you. I don't know you. But I will let Barrister is going to close the show and I'm going to click the button. So I'm going to let Barrister close the show. But before I leave, I want to say this to you. I love you. Because I will not be loving any other person than my nation. I love Nigeria with everything I have. That's why even in London, everything I do is to help Nigeria grow. I love Delta State in particular because it's closer to my family. And I love my own tribe because I have to be able to give back to you. But hey, where I am disappointed is when you go and disturb my God for what he has given to you. That is spiritual. Maybe I will talk about that at length tomorrow. I can ask Barrister today. What is it that God did not give to Nigeria? Show me one thing that God gave to another nation that he didn't give to Nigeria. And now you are the one that disturbed God on Sunday. It's only Nigeria that gather everywhere. God didn't do this. Maro, make I end the show there. Thank you very much for being with me. Barrister will close the show. Thank you, Barrister. Over to you, daughter.
Thank you, Daddy Chris. Well, there you have it, everyone. For what Daddy Chris said, what I have to say about his last speech is, human beings were born with freedom, and yet oh my God.
All right, okay, all right. Barrister, you see, they want to cut the poor girl off. That's all okay, Barrister. I'll pick it up for you. Edna, it's true. My message are never friendly. No, I'm not a friendly presenter. I am not one of those that will tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. That's a two different things. So if I become your leader, I will not be doing what you want alone. I will give you what you need. And it will be my job as a parent. My children don't come to me and I give them what they want. I give them what they need. That is
put on this light, Agbayas. Jesus, no wonder.
They hear you. Anyway, Barrister is staying Agbaya behind. You see now, market woman. Okay, that's where we're going to end the show today. For those of you who have offended, you deserve it. My show is never friendly, so don't worry. And I'm not a likable person. I'm not here to be liked. That's why an old man like me won't come and waste my time here. But I pray that as we move along, that our mind going to meet in the middle. And the message will begin to sink into you as you begin to use it to better your life. Think about it. Only Nollywood can turn Nigeria to California. How? Just imagine the amount of content Nigerians is now producing on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. Look at the level of content. Hollywood don't have it anymore. So they will still control the economy. California will control the economy as long as the source of monetizing it is still with them. Netflix will continue to monetize Nollywood. Netflix will not give you the big money now. Not be the remainder they give you. Amazon will not give you the big money. It's the remainder they will give to you. YouTube will not give you the money. It's the remainder they will give to you. Facebook will give you small thing from the small one that came. The same way TikTok. My people, where is the Nigerian platform? Can I leave you guys there today? Because this matter is ongoing. And until Nigeria know that we can take advantage of the strength we have, which is the people. That's why I use Nollywood today. Even though number one strength we have is our agriculture, both on the land and on the sea, in the water and in the land. The amount of food we could produce alone will astonish the world. And hey, Tinubu, you imported food. I don't think God will never forgive you. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Daddy Chris. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more.